Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Rahul. I'm a growth marketer from New Zealand, and on this channel, we talk about everything about e-commerce and paid ads. So today's video is actually a huge debate currently when running Facebook ads. The main question being, should I be running retargeting ads for my account? So in this video, I'm going to cover everything we're doing at Reach Digital when it comes to our clients and how we're actually allocating retargeting budgets now versus last year. So if we rewind to last year, we noticed that majority of our accounts are spending around 30% of the budget going towards retargeting. Now these retargeting pools were split into both middle of funnel and bottom of funnel audiences. Now most of our middle of funnel audiences actually included people who had visited the website in the last 180 days or so, or anyone who's engaged in the Facebook or Instagram accounts for that brand. Whereas the bottom of funnel audience mostly contains people who are about to convert, so anyone who's added to cart but not yet purchased. Now after iOS 14, we noticed that a lot of these retargeting audiences did not actually perform well. The audience size got smaller due to a lot of people opting out of being tracked. So in order to actually combat this, we tried on multiple different things. A lot of people have tried something similar, and it includes combining both the middle of funnel and bottom of funnel audience together. Now, while this was working for a short time period, we noticed that actually these purchases weren't driving incremental sales. So now what do I mean by incremental sales? Most of our accounts were actually optimized for the attribution window, 7-day click, 1-day view. Now with retargeting being optimized for that, we noticed a lot of the conversions were coming through view through rather than the click-through basis. So what we basically did was change from 7-day click, 1-day view to 7-day click. This helped us provide a greater insight into actually what's happening on the ad account. We noticed our retargeting purchases were less, but at least we knew they were incremental, and our top of funnel performance looked much better across the board. So before showing you how 7-day click actually provides incremental purchases, I'd like to dive a bit deeper into the ad account and show you how Facebook currently does the retargeting. So now what we're going to do is actually walk through an account. This is one of our client accounts. I will be blurring a few things, obviously, but what you want to do is once you get into the campaign, you want to head over to something called Inspect. Now, this is going to tell a bit more about the ad set and also the ads contained inside of it, ideally. And the metrics we want to look at is first time impression ratio and auction overlap. Now, these are some soft metrics you want to look at when you're actually running ads over roughly a 7 to 14 day window. Now, what first time impression ratio is, it's basically the percentage of daily impressions that comes from people that are actually seeing the ad set for the first time. So it's calculated, I think, as a percentage of new impressions that your ad set got in the last day or in the last 7 days. And usually you want this number being quite high, so anywhere above 50% is great, because that's just showing the amount of people that actually see your ad set. If the number is low, it means that much of your audience pool has already seen your message or your ad. And then we go over to auction overlap rate. Now, what this tells you is actually, are your ads competing against each other? And ideally, what it means by that is it's competing as in it's going to the same audience pool. Now, what you want to do in this type of scenario is you want to make sure this is quite low. So anything above 10% is a bit of a worry, just because you'll be going to the same audience pool, you're showing similar ads, and it's kind of draining that pool. So in order to combat this, it's always good to do things like consolidating your ad account. What that means is having fewer campaigns, fewer ads. And I know this can get a bit difficult when you're actually creative testing a lot of ads, but having a consolidated account can really help with performance. So try your best to see if you can reduce the auction overlap rate by having a broader audience and a simplified ad account. So I think, again, reiterating the sole purpose why we don't really use retargeting budgets as often, mainly because of these metrics as shown above. It's kind of, it's ideally what's happening is top of funnel is already showing to your existing audience as well as new audience. So there's no point really in creating another retargeting campaign where you're going to retarget them again. It's wasted ad budget, in my opinion, and that can be reallocated towards your top of funnel creative. I'll also be showing another view where we can actually compare a similar test, which you can run on your account and kind of prove it out in your own account. It's always good to test these things rather than, always just watch these YouTube videos. Make sure you test it in your own account. See if it makes sense for your account. Maybe retargeting works. If so, great. You can allocate 10 to 20%. We still have clients where we are using retargeting budgets because it does provide incremental purchases on a click-through basis. So now that we've actually covered the retargeting aspect, let's go deeper into actually figuring out what type of test you can run to figure out if retargeting is providing incremental purchases for your account. So what we're going to do is back in Ads Manager is click Reports and click Create New Report. Now this is going to use Facebook's reporting tool to actually break down the view through and also the click through for the retargeting comparison that we're doing. So let's just select purchases because that's what we want to compare. Now, when you're here, you want to click one ad account. And with this tool, you want to choose two separate ad accounts. It doesn't matter what the second ad account is. Just choose any random one. The main one you're focusing on is the one you've originally chosen. Click Create New Report. Now, what this will do is allow you, again, like I mentioned, to compare the attribution windows. Click to Ad Accounts at the top. Standardize attribution setting. And you want to click 7-day click or 1-day click, whatever the click-through comparison you're doing. Usually for my top of funnel campaigns, I run a 7-day click, 1-day view. Again, I can create a separate video for that, but for retargeting only, we run 7-day click. So let's click on that and click apply. Now, what we're going to notice here is when you compare your 7-day click, 1-day view campaign to 7-day click over here in this window, you'll notice that you can actually see the differences in terms of purchases. Maybe your 7-day click, 1-day view campaign is showing 14 purchases, whereas 7-day click is only showing something like 6. Now, I don't really have the live data to show you right now, but this is something you'll have to compare on your side and see what you're actually getting in terms of view-through purchases versus click-through purchases. And you can use this tool to kind of map out that decision and see if, yep, okay, great, retargeting is going to provide incremental purchases. If it's not, let's cut it and let's reallocate some of that budget towards either another platform or towards our top of funnel efforts. So we've gone ahead, done all the comparisons in the ad account. I've walked through kind of how to use soft metrics like audience overlap and first time impression ratio. So what do you do now, and where do you actually put your retargeting efforts when it comes to Facebook ads? Again, if retargeting is providing incremental purchases, I would go ahead and create your usual DPA campaigns or a retargeting campaign that drives to a separate offer. It could be more of like a downsell, but something that will still provide you incremental purchases. Since most of our clients actually have a large catalog, we have noticed in catalog sales drive a lot of incremental sales from our side. If you don't have a large catalog and not able to run retargeting ads to that catalog campaign, what I would consider is creating some type of bundle or offer which could counter as an upsell or a downsell instead. So that's all for today, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you really liked the video, please comment and subscribe below. If there's anything that I missed out on or something that you disagree with, please leave it in the comments below, and I'm always happy to learn as well. In my next video, I'm hopefully going to be talking about landing pages, what tools to possibly use, or even how to construct a top performing landing page. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time.